This is a video we've been putting off for a long time now, and for a couple of reasons too. The first being that it's not a particularly original idea for a video, and the second being that it's actually quite a tricky seven to compile. However, enough of you requested it for us to buckle under, so here it is. In the interest of clarity, Premier League history just means England's top flight since it was renamed in 1992. Here are our 7 greatest players of the Premier League era. Frank Lampard. Chelsea are the second most successful team of the Premier League era, and the likes of Gianfranco Zola, Didier Drogba, Petr Cech, John Terry, and Ashley Cole could all be considered Premier League legends. The only blue to make our 7 though is Frank Lampard, the top flight's 4th highest scorer since 1992, and Chelsea's all-time leading scorer. A quite brilliant goal-scoring midfielder, Lampard was remarkably consistent, and the master of arriving late into the box. He was runner-up for the 2005 Ballon d'Or, and as well as his success at Chelsea, he spent 6 seasons in the Premier League with West Ham, and 1 with Manchester City. Paul Scholes. The debate between England's 3 very talented central midfielders of the 2000s is a fiery one, and Steven Gerrard's place in the honourable mentions will irk Liverpool fans, of that I've no doubt. If it was a top 10, Stevie G would feature, but in a top 7 he just misses out. Paul Scholes was undoubtedly the most technically gifted of the trio, possessing fantastic vision and an extraordinary range of passing. Thierry Henry called him the greatest ever Premier League player, Xavi called him the best central midfielder of the last 10 to 15 years, and Pep Guardiola described him as the best midfielder of his generation. A creative and goal-scoring force in the first half of his career, Scholes went on to become the grand chess master in Manchester United's team. He adopted a deeper role where his passing ability and understanding of the game allowed him to control the tempo of a match. Scholes won 11 Premier League titles. Patrick Vieira. What a player Patrick Vieira was. A tireless runner who was quick, strong, and technically excellent. He could breeze or bulldoze past opponents, or combine a mixture of the two. Born in Senegal but capped 107 times by France, Vieira was not just a brilliant footballer, but an excellent leader for Arsenal. He was a key man as the Gunners won 3 Premier League titles and 3 FA Cups. Alan Shearer. The top flight's all-time leading scorer since 1992 and the 5th highest of all time, Alan Shearer has to feature here. An old-school centre-forward, Shearer was dirty, nasty, brilliant in the air and relentless in front of goal, particularly with his cannon of a right foot. He scored prolifically for both Blackburn and Newcastle, although his best form came at Ewood Park, where he had 3 consecutive 30-plus goal Premier League campaigns. Despite his persistent brilliance, Shearer only won 1 Premier League title. Roy Keane. There are many debatable omissions in this 7, but perhaps the top flight's most successful player, Ryan Giggs, is the most notable one. Giggs won 13 Premier League titles and had exceptional longevity, and he would undoubtedly have been 8th. Whilst he misses out, his former Manchester United midfield partner Roy Keane does not. The greatest midfielder of the Premier League era, Keane might have developed a hard man image, but make no mistake about it, he was a wonderful footballer. A midfield all-rounder, his stamina and willingness in the challenge made him a nightmare for opposition players, but so too did his talents when he got on the ball. An intelligent footballer who always knew the right time to bring the ball forward or play a simple sideways ball, Keane was also a born winner and a leader of men. Cristiano Ronaldo. The third and final Manchester United player in this 7, and in truth it could be more. The Red Devils have dominated the top flight since 1992. Quite possibly the best player in the history of the division, in terms of sheer ability, Cristiano Ronaldo lacks the longevity of others, but his talents cannot go unnoticed. He spent 6 seasons at Old Trafford, and he lit up the Premier League in his last 3 campaigns with United. A much more disciplined player under Sir Alex, who made him work incredibly hard, Ronaldo scored 31 Premier League goals in his best campaign, and 42 that season in all competitions. He won the Ballon d'Or as Man United won a League and Champions League double. Since leaving Old Trafford, Ronaldo's goal-scoring exploits have reached new heights, and he has cemented a reputation as one of the greatest players of any league and of all times. Thierry Henry. The greatest player of the Premier League era, for our money at least, is Thierry Henry. He spent 8 seasons in England's top flight between 1999 and 2007, during which time he scored 174 goals in 254 Premier League games. Henry was moved from being a left winger to being a centre forward by Arsene Wenger, but he was still renowned for taking up positions on the left side, where he would glide through defences and slot past helpless goalkeepers. At his best, Henry was lightning quick, with excellent close control and a ruthlessness in front of goal. He won 2 Premier League titles and 2 FA Cups with the Gunners, twice making the top 3 of Ballon d'Or voting during his time at Highbury. So that's it for our top 7. Some particularly honourable mentions can be found in the video description. Thanks for watching, give us a like if you enjoyed the video, and make sure to check out our new Facebook page where we'll be sharing more content and listening to your video ideas. A link to that page can also be found in the video description below.